about to begin tonight's ceremony.
Thanks.
One quick announcement. This ceremony is going to be live streamed on Facebook tonight. So get ready with your smiles because we go live in 3 seconds.
Already live.
Good evening. On behalf of State Fire Marshal Peter Ostrowski and the men and women of the Department of Fire Services, I'd like to welcome everyone tonight to the 71st graduating class of the Massachusetts Firefighting Academy's full volunteer recruit firefighter training program. At this time, I ask you please join me in welcoming our presiding officer for tonight's ceremony, State Fire Marshal Peter Ostrowski, accompanied by the official public. Please join me as we now welcome the chiefs of the department for tonight's graduating recruits. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you please rise for the entrance of Class 071. 071 was led in by members of the Worcester Fire Brigade Pipes and Drums. Please remain standing for our national anthem, which will be performed by the group The Concords. Class 071, please post the colors.
Ready. Post. March. Post. About face. Right. Face. Forward. March.
Please remain standing for the invocation delivered by Reverend Robert Frederickson.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we ask that you be upon Class 071 as they go forth this evening, completing a task and a mission, now going into the field to serve, to honor, and to protect. May you be with them, be with their families, guide them as they go out each day. Protect them from the tasks at hand, keeping them out of harm's way and returning them home to their families. Be with us this night. Continue to shine upon us and remain with us always. We pray in your holy name.
Please be seated. Again, good evening and welcome everyone. My name is Joseph Bluznick and I currently serve as the Deputy Director of the Massachusetts Firefighting Academy. I'd like to take a moment to let you know who makes up tonight's official party. I will start with the gentleman to my immediate left. He is the presiding officer for tonight's ceremony. He is the head of the Department of Fire Services, the retired chief of the Uxbridge Fire Department, State Fire Marshal Peter Ostrowski. and gentlemen, he is the chaplain of the Webster Fire Department, a member of the Massachusetts Corps of Fire Chaplains, the Reverend Robert Frederickson. Next to the Reverend is a member of the Massachusetts Fire Training Council, the group that puts forth and oversees all policies regarding training at the Massachusetts Firefighting Academy. From the Winchester Fire Department, Captain Rick Tuster. Next is the president of the Massachusetts Coal Volunteer Firefighters Association. From the Northfield Fire Department, Kevin Connolly. It is the mission of the Coal Volunteer Firefighter Training Program to take a group of young individuals, introduce them to the history of the fire service, while educating them and teaching them, providing them with the skills needed to meet the mission of today, and certainly to prepare them for the challenges that they are soon to face tomorrow. Not an easy task, but the Massachusetts Firefighting Academy is blessed to have at the head of the program, on my far left. He is also the Deputy Chief of the Northampton Fire Department, Chief of the West Hampton Fire Department. He's a program coordinator for this particular program. He wears a lot of hats. Mr. Christopher Norris. And seated to his right is the Assistant Program Coordinator. He's also the Deputy Chief of the Leicester Fire Department, Michael Dupuy. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor of introducing our State Fire Marshal, Peter Ostrowski.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is a great privilege for me to be able to join you tonight as we celebrate this graduation of Class 071. On behalf of the men and women of the Department of Fire Services, it's my pleasure to welcome you here to our agency headquarters in Stow. This is where these recruits have been hiding out over these last 4 months since they embarked on this journey. It's also the home of the department and our opportunity, as you can see, to provide realistic training and prepare folks for the aspects and the rigors of fire service here in the Commonwealth. I have the great privilege of working with an incredible team of folks, some of you whom you've already met, and especially tonight I want to pay attention to and recognize our instructional staff from the Fire Academy. As you can see, these instructors that are flanking the stage represent the many instructors here at the Massachusetts Firefighting Academy. They work hard every day to make sure that our fire service personnel are prepared for what they need to face, that they're ready to meet those challenges, that they have the best training that's available. What I think is commendable is that in addition to being instructors here, I should say that their instructional services here are in addition to the work that they do every day, because every one of them is a practitioner, a fire service person, either active or retired, who wants to give back to their industry, who wants to help us prepare as fire service personnel to respond to those incidents, to share their knowledge and their experience as a way of giving back to the business. So after a hard day on the job, they come back here and work for us at night, on weekends, on their days off, and on a whole host of other occasions. So please join me in recognizing these instructors and all of our instructors for the great work that they do. Thank you all again. I want to welcome the chiefs of department and the members of the fire service that are here in uniform or not uniform in support of these recruits. I know that they long for these recruits to return and join their ranks and to work together. I also know that they are here in support of these recruits as they've supported them through their effort. Because at the end of an evening of training or a long weekend of training, these folks went home with assignments, questions, opportunities to work with somebody as they hone their skills and prepare for their next class or an examination. And it's these folks, many of whom you see around the room, that supported them through that. In addition, Chiefs, I thank you for your commitment to training, for your entrusting your recruits to us. I hope you know, and I know you do, that these Academy personnel and DFS takes that charge seriously. And we thank you for your commitment and the commitment of all these fire service personnel to safety, to training, and to the leadership that you all show. So thank you very much for being with us, and thank you for your commitment. I want to welcome family and friends. I know that over these last months, actually leading up to these last months even beginning, that you supported these recruits through the effort of the selection process to join their department. Many of them have been with their department for a while, others are brand new, but that they've enjoyed your support through that and through these last months of training. We know too that projects may have been left undone, things may have required extra attention from you back home while they went through this process. And we know as well that that family support network is so critically important to them and to all of us in the fire service. So whether you're first generation or multiple generation, we welcome you to your second family, the fire service. And we thank you for your commitment and support, both in the past and as we go forward. And to the recruits, Class 071, you've made it. Now I know that since March, every day that you've come to the Academy, it's been a beautiful day just like this. But I do know, honestly, that when you entered these halls those months ago, you came in as individuals, not knowing what to expect. You have grown over these months in what we know is the crux of the fire service, teamwork. You've come to depend on each other, to learn each other's strengths, and to support each other where one might have a weakness. You've learned of the importance of your fire service family and your family at home that will help you survive the rigors of this job. You've worked very diligently to learn your lessons, but also to hone those skills, to prepare to go out there and do what you've stepped up to do, support and work for your community. Remember, you entered here as recruits. You leave here carrying the title of firefighter. It's a noble calling, and we look forward to working alongside of you for many years to come. Make sure that you carry that title proudly, because whether you're in uniform, turn out here, or walking down the street in street clothes, your neighbors, your family, everybody knows that you are a firefighter. Make sure that you carry that title proudly and do it justice. And I remind you of one other aspect. Remember too that what you have here is a foundation upon which to build. These instructors and the many other instructors that you've had have worked with you to prepare you for what starts tomorrow. Tomorrow's the first day of the rest of your career, but you have a foundation upon which to build. We know that you can operate safely and that you have the basics, but make sure that you take advantage of the opportunities that these chiefs and your brother and sister firefighters are going to give you, whether it's for additional training back in your home department, opportunities to come back to the Mass Fire Academy or attend classes at the National Fire Academy, college courses that you take. Remember that it's incumbent upon all of us to prepare for what comes next, and we don't know what that's going to be. But through that effort, You will be prepared as you are today, but you will build upon that preparation to make sure that everyone goes home safe. Congratulations. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Marshal. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce the program coordinator for the Call Volunteer Program, Mr. Christopher Norris.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the graduation class 071 of the Call Volunteer Recruit Firefighter Training Program. Tonight we're here to celebrate the accomplishments of this class. I would like to start by thanking the State Fire Marshal and the Deputy Director of the Fire Academy for their continued support and dedication to this program, enabling the men and women in the Massachusetts Fire Service to be trained and prepared in order to protect and serve their communities. In addition, I'd like to thank the fire chiefs for their continued support and advocacy for this program. The lead instructor for Class 071 was Richard Aries. He, along with all the other instructors you had throughout your program, provided you the leadership and the guidance in order for all of you to be here tonight. Each of them continually brought the dedication, the knowledge, the commitment, and the passion to this program to help all of you succeed. To all the friends and family here with us tonight, it was with your support and encouragement that enabled the men and women of this program to succeed. You have become part of that firefighting family, and I know you will continue to support them in all of their future endeavors. The Call Volunteer Recruit Firefighter Training Program is a 240-hour program that teaches the core foundations and fundamentals of the profession to the national standard. Students going through this training program learn how to properly don their personal protective clothing, properly don self-contained breathing apparatus, carry, raise, lower and above ground ladders, conducting primary searches for trapped occupants with structures, advanced clotheslines through a building, fire suppression, hazardous materials, and vehicle extrication, just to name a few. These program components and the evolutions help develop a platform for these firefighters to operate on the scene of any emergency with efficiency and effectiveness to respond and mitigate any emergency. All of you have sacrificed and succeeded, and I hope we have met all your goals when you started this program. Graduation from this program is a testament to your character and perseverance to accomplish a core foundation to your continued learning in this profession. In addition to this program, many of you had to balance other time commitments, such as working full-time or part-time, taking other classes for school, family obligations and commitments, as well as outside interests and hobbies. You have all faced numerous challenges throughout this program, and you will continue to face similar challenges in the fire service. These hazards and challenges don't change based on if you're a career, call, or a volunteer firefighter, and neither does the response or professional service that will be received. Tragically, just this past Monday, one firefighter was killed and another one critically injured in California when they were shot while performing fire suppression activities. Over the years, firefighters have sustained other injuries and fatalities from other causes, such as cardiovascular related events, building collapses, emergency vehicle collisions, post-traumatic stress disorder, and cancer. However, through this program, you have all demonstrated the core competencies to be considered a firefighter and face these ongoing challenges and hazards in the fire service. It is incumbent upon each of you to continue your training and education in a continued effort to stay safe and provide the best possible service to all of your communities and return home safely to your families. I'm so proud of all of you for your decision to get involved in the fire service and for what you have accomplished together over the past few months. Each of you had your own strengths and weaknesses, but together you were able to accomplish all of these tasks together. Congratulations on your accomplishment for completing this program. Continue your training. I wish you all the best, and be careful in all that you do. Thank you, good luck, and congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Norris. At this time, I'd like to call upon Assistant Program Coordinator, Mr. Michael Dupuy, to call the roll of tonight's graduates. Family, friends, please come on up front and center for pictures when we call upon your firefighter.
From the Ashburnham Fire Department, Chief Cleveland. Graduating firefighter, Alex Chisholm. Graduating firefighter, Elliot Cleveland. Graduating firefighter, Brian Johnson. From the Berlin Fire Department, Chief Sipkowski. At this time, I'd like to call up Captain Robert Tev from the Northborough Fire Department. Captain Tev is the father of graduating firefighter Andrew Tev. At this time, I'd like to call up firefighter Stephen Walsh from the Hudson Fire Department. Firefighter Walsh is the father of Graduating firefighter Stephen Walsh. From the Bolton Fire Department, Chief Minson. Graduating firefighter Thomas Durkin. Graduating firefighter Douglas Evel. Graduating firefighter Steve Coaches. From the Boylston Fire Department, Chief Flanagan. Graduating firefighter Cameron Benway. From the Carlisle Fire Department, Chief Landry. Graduating firefighter Justin Fishman. Graduating firefighter Mark Gibson. From the Groton Fire Department, Chief McCurdy. Graduating firefighter John Weeks. Graduating firefighter Chelsea Mangel. From the Hopedale Fire Department, Chief Gage. Graduating firefighter, Alexander Capella. Graduating firefighter, Jeffrey Cotet. Graduating firefighter, Jamie Henderson. Graduating firefighter, Matthew Kelly. Graduating firefighter, Connor Sales. Graduating firefighter, Daniel Seaver. Graduating firefighter, Michael Trudell. From the Lincoln Fire Department, Chief Cotton. Graduating firefighter, Michael Harriman. From the Lunenburg Fire Department, Chief Sullivan. Graduating firefighter, Warren Mayhew. From the Northborough Fire Department, Chief Parenti. Graduating firefighter, Alexandra Pond. From the Pepperell Fire Department, Chief Tyler. Graduating Firefighter, Christopher Dunley. Graduating Firefighter, Jeremy Kirby. From the Princeton Fire Department, Chief Bennett. Graduating Firefighter, James Martin.
Finally a smile. From Sherborne Fire Department, Captain Flanagan. At this time, I'd like to call up Firefighter Brian Kelly from the Hopedale Fire Department. Firefighter Kelly is the husband of graduating firefighter Lindsay Kelly. The Shrewsbury Fire Department, Chief Bowman. Graduating firefighter, Craig Montley. From the Tingsboro Fire Department, Deputy Chief Newton. Firefighter Michael Higley. The Uxbridge Fire Department, Chief Kessler. Graduating Firefighter Matthew McCoonan. Graduating Firefighter Donald Moran. Graduating Firefighter Adam Nash. Graduating Firefighter Jake Story. From the Webster Fire Department, Chief Higley. Graduating Firefighter Reyes Ruiz. Class, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, class 071.
Now time to name the recipient of the Martin McNamara Outstanding Recruit Award. To make that presentation, I call upon Captain Rick Tustin of the Winchester Fire Department and the Massachusetts Fire Training Council.
In November of 2003, Martin McNamara, a call firefighter for the town of Lancaster, Massachusetts, was killed while operating at a structure fire. In order to remember his ultimate sacrifice and to honor his commitments to the call and volunteer fire service in Massachusetts, the Massachusetts Fire Training Council created the Martin McNamara Award for the outstanding student in each call volunteer recruit firefighting training class. The call volunteer recruit firefighting training curriculum is designed to train and evaluate students in the basic skills of the firefighting profession. The course is demanding, both academically and physically. Completing the course is an accomplishment worthy of recognition. In each class, one student is selected who has excelled in the training program, and this student is named as the outstanding student of the class. This recommendation is based upon the student's successful achievements in both academic and practical skill applications. I'd like to invite Captain Sean Flanagan of the Sherborne Fire Department to please join us on stage. I'm pleased to present the Martin H. McNamara Award for the outstanding student of Call Volunteer Class 071 to Firefighter Lindsay Kelly of the Sherborne Fire Department.
By a round of applause, has anyone been following the World Cup soccer matches these past 2 weeks? For those of us that have been following it, I'll tell you, it has been a talk around campus for the past 2 weeks. The raw emotion, the excitement, seeing Germany score that last-minute goal against Sweden, only to get bounced out of the tournament today. To see Iran play a spectacular game, only to fall shy against Spain. And then yesterday's exciting, thrilling victory by Argentina over Nigeria, which now moves them up into the next round. We were talking about that this afternoon, and it was Assistant Program Coordinator, Mr. Michael Dupuy, who said that he wishes that we could do something for this graduation that would capture the raw emotion, the excitement, like they have in the World Cup. My reply to him was, Mike, I didn't bring my soccer ball to work today. But he said, that's not what I meant, Joe. He said, we want excitement. Why don't we have the recipient of the outstanding award come up on stage and give a speech after she receives the plaque? So get ready for the excitement, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce Firefighter Lindsay Kelly of the Sherborne Fire Department.
Alright, I guess I want to thank all the instructors. You guys are awesome, each and every one of you. Even when we doubted ourselves, they never doubted us. Well, the first day maybe, they probably did. Anyway, my class, you guys are awesome. Couldn't have done any of it without you. My family, you guys are certainly awesome. Friends, everybody. Cool. Congratulations. Thank you guys.
It is now time to invite up the class spokesperson for class of 071, Firefighter Chelsea Yenshow of the Groton Fire Department.
Good evening. My name is Chelsea Yenshow, although my classmates know me better as number 40. This is a very special night for class of 71, and to see all of your support here is heartwarming. To the families, friends, and fire departments, this night would not be possible without your continued encouragement. It's been a monumental undertaking trying to balance the high demands of this certification program with 40-plus hour work weeks, home responsibilities, and most importantly, trying to uphold our relationships with our loved ones. This night is just as much for you as it is for us. So thank you, and welcome to our fire station. Referring to this place, the Massachusetts Fire Academy, as our fire station, took us a little while to understand the meaning behind. The reference came from one of the many wonderful instructors that we have here. On our first day, we were told that when we're here, we're no longer from Ashburnham, Berlin, Bolton, or any other of the wonderful departments that brought us here. We were from here. This was our firehouse. These classmates would be our brothers and sisters. And on that first day, looking at one another, that was hard for any of us to believe. Going through each practical evolution though, we became closer. Each time we had to rely on one another's ability to do the task at hand, we became stronger. And any time one of us had difficulty overcoming a challenge, it was the brother on the left and the sister on the right that picked us up and helped us succeed as a team. Once we started to come together in this way, people became devoted to becoming better. Not for themselves, but for us, Firehouse 071. We went from being strangers to a team, and now we're a family. These are not abilities that we are born with, although we all believe that we have a fire in our bellies. This is all credit to the incredible instructors here. This was a full circle learning experience. Some of the seemingly small things turned out to be some of the most important lessons to learn, such as the tags, ropes, and water bottles that we were instructed to have on us at all times. We were accountable for these items, and we quickly learned the importance of ensuring each of our firehouse members also remember theirs. Keeping careful track of these seemingly unimportant details day in and day out while under stress and through fatigue ingrained accountability into us. And in this line of duty, accountability for ourselves, our actions, for one another, and the communities we serve is an invaluable lesson we learned here at the MFA, and it will never be forgotten. The instructors gave us all the tools, both physically and cognitively. They were determined to see us succeed. The knowledge and experience we gained from this academy, coupled with the practical application of skill and teamwork through incredible challenges, allow me to say without question, this firehouse is the best firehouse. Thank you very much. I'd like to welcome up Alex and Lindsay. instructors.
That plaque will be on display for a little while before it's permanently mounted in the halls of the Fire Academy. So class of 071, we expect you to come back quite often to visit. I ask now that you all please rise as Chaplain Robin Fredrickson delivers the benediction.
Good evening. It is a privilege and an honor to offer this benediction to the graduating class of 071. This evening symbolizes the end of a long journey. You now become a part of a brotherhood called Firefighters. However, you are not leaving here as superheroes. You are now taking on the task and responsibility to perform a duty that goes beyond any measure of risk in putting yourself in harm's way to help others. By definition of hero is a person distinguished by exceptional courage, notability, and fortitude. A person who is idolized for possessing super qualities in any field. We who are strong ought to bear with the failings of the weak and not to please ourselves. Each of us should please our neighbors for their good, to build them up. Maybe the best way to say this is by acknowledging the commitment to your duty by offering the fireman's prayer. When I am called to duty, God, whenever flames may rage, give me the strength to save some life, whatever be its age. Help me to embrace a little child before it's too late, or some older person from the horror of that fate. Enable me to be alert and hear the weakest shout, and quickly and efficiently put the fire out. I want to fill my calling and give the best in me to guard my neighbor and protect his property. And if according to my fate I am to lose my life, please bless with your protecting hand my children and my life. Let us pray. Father, may your holy hand be upon this evening, and your spirit be with those who are graduating from class 071. And with all those who have answered the call, we ask that in this time, in this place in our world, that you keep them out of harm's way and return them home. We pray and ask this in your holy name. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this does conclude tonight's ceremony. On behalf of State Fire Marshal Peter Ostrowski and the men and women of the Department of Fire Services, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for sharing in this very special evening. To the members of Class 071, we wish you nothing but long, healthy, and safe careers. I ask you please remain standing as the members of the Worcester Fire Brigade pipes and drums lead out the Class 071, followed by the official party, and then the chiefs of the party. Have a wonderful evening.